It's Wednesday, November 3rd, 2021. Well, I know it's a couple days late, for Halloween, but I just finished my response. It's taken me a couple days to sit down with it and really give it my attention. You know. So, and also, that was my second writing, because the first one, I sneezed, and it went away. I was clicking through tabs, and I accidentally clicked the tab I was working on and closed it, and it doesn't save it. And I tried to restore it, and it was just gone. And it was, as soon as I did it, I was like, and just my heart sank. Oh, I had some things in there that they were just, it felt like they were just spoken so cool. They just, I had them worded, it's like, as I already said, I was, and that's like, but then I had to, it was just gone. I couldn't get it back. And I was like, well, I know this story. It's my story. It's what I tell. And I just had to, that was, I've told it many times. And the time I'd just written it, it wasn't the first time. Sure, there were some new things, but, I just chalk it up as practice. And now I get some more practice writing it again. And so that's what I did. I spent a little bit of time trying to recreate what I'd just written and deleted. And I was trying to, write it again the way I'd just written it. But then I couldn't remember how I'd written it and the way it was organized and framed, and it's like I remembered bits and pieces, but it wasn't coming out exactly. It didn't have my support any longer. It just wasn't there anymore. It just was, I was trying to force it to recapture what was there the first time, and it was gone. It was just gone. I couldn't find it. So I just, threw it away and just, had to check out of it and just be like, it's gone. And then I'll just write it again. Write it fresh. Even though it was only an hour between the first time I had started and the second time. So that's what I did. Just wrote it fresh. And I still don't like it as much as the first one. But I'd only made it about halfway or 2/3 of the way through where I kind of was going for today, which, it takes a lot longer, but, for the purposes of what I was doing, that was as much as I was willing to go into surface kind of level detail. I don't want to scare anybody more. Yeah, so anyway, so this time, the second time, I had made it all the way through, and I was like very careful. It's like if I'm like looking at moving around, and it's like opening up a tab to like check a definition of something or check a spelling of something, to make sure that I don't accidentally close the tab I'm working in. So, lesson learned, maybe, I hope, because that was painful to have to, and I didn't lose anything. I got, I think some parts of the second one, I think I liked them better. So there is that. So it's just unfortunate. It's inconvenient that I had to write it a second time. But I'll get over it. I've already got over it because it's already done. Huzzah. I didn't have much oomph or enthusiasm about that, but I'm beaming on the inside that I didn't let it stop me, and I just, continued on. And yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. So, and, I know it's there. I know it's done. And so I feel good about that, because it was just going to be a lurking, nagging thing in the back of my mind that, oh, I need to do that. Not that I have to, or not that it's, it's expected, but that I want to, and that a part of me needs to acknowledge and, kind of, in a way, you know, as a, like, it's a respect. That was a, but I don't have to, so that's okay. Not everything is going to make sense to me, just like everything that I put out there. Well, it's not going to make sense because, I have all sorts of, I am the carrier of all the codices. I have, the history and the knowledge of what stuff means, and the metaphors and the analogies, and the grammar, and the phonetics. So good luck to anybody deciphering my codes. I don't even know that there are any, but I sure do reference myself a lot, and reference my own whatever. And I think it makes sense, because I'm explaining it to me, basically. What anybody else gets out of it is like, I don't know. But hopefully I'm telling an interesting enough story that it doesn't matter. And still something gets across that means something, I guess. So if anything, maybe it's a pleasant, horrific diversion, or it's entertaining in some way. And I do try to make it, I don't know if it's evident or not, but I do try to put in some humor. It's funny to me, let's put it that way, because I know where the punchlines are. But I know from how it is in walking around that when I do tell something that I think it's funny, I have to tell people sometimes that was a joke, because they can't tell. And then it's funny, because I told it, and I don't tell jokes, because I tell them so infrequently that it's like a surprise or something. Because I tell it very plainly, as matter-of-factly. That's when I'm intentionally telling a joke. But apparently I'm hilarious the rest of the time too. I just don't do it on purpose, because I'm just, making my observations as one does, and it's funny, I guess. So it's their world. So me making I'm just saying what I see. So if that's funny, well, yeah, we're in more trouble than I thought. But that's this mind putting things together and witnessing things, and I'm like one of the only people I have to talk to, so that gets it. I mean, that people get certain things, but I get to know people and kind of where their boundaries are, and like what is safe for me to talk with them about. Because there's like certain things I just don't talk to certain people about. Like then they'll just go off on something. It's like, okay, well, don't talk about politics with this guy, or don't talk about the news with this guy. Not that I watch the news or follow politics, but or at least I try not to. But I don't know. I find safe places where I can connect and have some sort of correspondence, and what's the word? I can relate with other people on some level. Small talk, the final frontier. Ugh. I try. It really does take a lot of energy. And just because you know, I don't know. I do seem to know a lot about a little, and a little about a lot. So I'm surprised. I'm still surprised at the things I know. It's like, how do I know that? Where does that come from? So it's like, It's like I really have to dredge up, it's like, some memories of where I might have learned that. And other things I think I should know, but I don't. It's like, why don't I remember how to do this? So they're just things I've forgotten. And a lot of the things I've forgotten, I don't know that I've forgotten. So it's like a mystery to me. Parts of my own life that I don't know aren't there. And the only way I become aware of it is when people I used to know start telling me things, and I don't recognize it. And then I see that look of, oh, he doesn't know. Because, it's part of the process of coming back to life, I guess. Everything got scrambled. And, yeah. I'm happy to report that there is no prognosis for going back to death for a while. So I'm happy about that. I saw enough on my first trip, and I didn't care for it. That disembodiment. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, I'll just breeze past that. It's a lovely day. It's the 3rd of November. I'll just segue and segue and segue. And I enjoyed the piece that I was just commenting on, and I didn't understand it, all of it. I've watched it 3 times now, twice today, to get a feel on what I was responding to and how the candor and tone in which to speak. So at least I tried to be on point. So I think I got close. The first attempt at writing but still, like I said, it wasn't going to have been. I got a good story the second try too. So, yeah, I'm still going to be thinking about that for a while. No, I'll forget about it the next time yeah. So I'll be okay. And I did realize something, that as far as like these go, how I don't have any sort of video description or anything that describes what is contained within each one. Just the date, and that's it. That's all you get. And you have to watch like the whole thing, which is just not knowing if there's anything even worth paying attention to or even worth listening to. Because it could just be just nothing, just babble, and which a lot of times it is. So I wouldn't expect anybody to actually sit through and listen to me talk about whatever it is I talk about. Maybe one, and that's enough. It's like, okay, I got the feel of what this person, how they talk, and yeah, good luck to you with your whole thing you got going there. Um, but I don't have any descriptions in the video, just the date. But the description happens elsewhere. It comes from context of what's going on in other places that's being written about, or pictures that's being posted, or responses. So it's like you kind of have to have permission, I guess. I have to be aware. So it's like one side doesn't know what the other side knows. So it's like only there's a whole picture of things going on. And I mean, a lot of it's here, but without any sort of framework, it might be less, it probably doesn't make sense. And also the continuity, there is no continuity. I mean, the continuity is insanity and randomness, and me talking about kind of the same stuff, I guess, a lot of the times. But I can't imagine why this would be of any interest to anybody besides myself. So, there's that. So, anyway, I guess the point was to complain about how I wrote something and then deleted it. And I felt bad about it. And then I wrote again, and I felt okay about it. And I got through it. And then I make a video about that process. And, well, there you go. And now I feel very self-conscious and a little embarrassed. So I'll probably be wrapping this up shortly. I don't think I mentioned this recently, but getting a raise at work, well, everybody is, but I'm part of everybody, so I get one too. And so that's kind of interesting. It was unexpected, but I'll take it. So, and I guess tonight's Wednesday, so tonight I'll be going over and picking up Barbara. If she wants to go, I'll have to check with her, because it will be dark and it will be cold. She might decide that this will be her beginning of not venturing out and going to meetings, which is okay with me, because it is a little bit stressful. Selfishly, it is stressful for me to be her transporter, her caretaker, her guardian. Like, what if something happens when I'm with her? And it's like, I'm not a trained anything. I know there's a hospital close by, but there's that time, there's that window. But that would be the case, like, what if she's just home right now and something happens and I'm not there? It's like, I don't want the responsibility of it being when I'm with her. That just seems messed up. I feel bad about myself now. But it is true that if something did happen, it was when she was with me, I would feel more devastated. It's like if I was supposed to be watching for something and I didn't notice something, and I was supposed to have noticed something. Or like, I was supposed to be, holding her hand as we walked along, and I wasn't for whatever reason, and she stumbled and fell and hurt herself, and that a fall for somebody in her, her age and her condition, that could lead any place, injury to, immobilization to incapacitation to death, yeah. I mean, when her husband died 2 years ago, her husband of 62 years, she was ready to go then. So it's like, now she's just kind of, I don't know. she's enjoying her life, but yeah, I can't speak for her. I shouldn't speak for her. But I get the sense that she's kind of wrapping up things, and she misses her husband. So, and I don't understand, because I've never experienced anything like that. Nothing of that. I can't imagine. Let's just say I can't imagine. I would not dare to contemplate or describe how that might be for someone else. I'd like to believe that I'm capable and I have it within my ability, but maybe I don't even want to imagine. But I still like to. So I think that's probably one of the better qualities of my human nature. I think so. It's something worth believing in, I think. That means there's potential, or there's hope for me yet. Maybe. Just maybe. I don't know. I still have my doubts. But I'm willing to give myself the benefit of my own doubt. Today. I don't know about tomorrow. We'll see if I behave myself. Well, time will tell. So, I guess I should go. I haven't slept. So, anyway. This is me. This is what I was doing. November 3rd, 2021. Yep.